Hello and welcome to this session of the eCarillon training series. In this two-part session, we'll be discussing the calendar. And what we're going to explain here is how to use your schedules that you've created and book those to play at a certain time in the future, on a certain day, for instance. In this session, we'll kind of go over the basics of setting up an event on your calendar. And in the second part of this session, we'll discuss some of the more advanced features of the calendar. If you've not learned about how to create a schedule yet, you're going to need that information. So go and look at the creating a schedule video in our community, and that will help you understand how to first set up a schedule before you come and apply it to a certain day. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. So first of all, to open up the calendar, you can use the calendar button or go to view calendar. Once you're in the calendar view, there's two different views here. There's a monthly view, and we can move between months by using these buttons on the top left. Okay. And you'll see that the current day is outlined in this yellow outline. So today is February 16th, 2012. And on the calendar, in addition to this month view, we also have a week view. Now you'll see the week view in a little bit later as we go into some of the schedules. So let's start off by adding an event to our schedule. So when I say event, what I mean is an occurrence of playing a schedule. So let's say, for instance, that we have a weekday schedule, and it's a generic schedule that can be used on days of the week, so Monday through Friday. Not particularly for a special event, but it's just kind of a generic schedule. So I have such a schedule set up. I can show you that in the schedule browser. I call it my normal daily schedule. And you can see it runs from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and it has tolls every quarter hour. So your standard chime. Okay, so going back to the calendar, what I want to do is apply that normal daily schedule to Monday through Friday, and I want that to continue to occur every week. That's kind of the typical. So to do that, in the calendar, we'll click on New, and here we'll call this our daily event. And this is just a name so you understand what this event is, and you'll see how that shows up in the calendar. And then I'm going to choose the schedule. In this case, like we discussed, I want to do the normal daily schedule. And here I can choose multiple options. So I can have this be a one-time occurrence, and I can select the date that I want it to occur anytime in the future. Or I can choose weekly, and I can apply it to certain days of the week and have it recur even on non-consecutive weeks. So for instance, if I have this set to recur every 1 week, then every week it will do this. If I set it to every 4 weeks, then every 4 weeks it will do what I tell it to do here. In our case, we want it to happen every week. So I'm going to set it to 1. And again, I want it to occur on the weekdays. And finally, I can set up how many times I want this to occur. So if I only wanted it to happen for a certain span of time, I can choose a start and end date. If I want it to continue to occur indefinitely, I can simply choose no end date. All right, so that's what I'm going to do here, and I'm going to hit confirm. And you'll see now that we have our daily event that occurs on weekdays. And if I move on to the next month, you'll see that our daily event just continues to occur out into the future. Okay, so that's setting up a recurring event. Now at any time, I can set up a one-time event as well. So let's say that on March, well, let's just say that on the 24th, I'm going to have another event, and it's a special event. So what I can do is actually delete this one occurrence of our daily event. So I'm going to say delete this occurrence. If I was to choose delete series, then it's going to remove all of these events that we just set up for every day that it's true. So it would remove all these blue daily events. If I say this occurrence, it'll just remove this one that's highlighted green. So I'll hit OK. And you can see that that daily event disappeared. And now I'm going to apply a different schedule to that date. So let's call this, let's say that there was a wedding on this day. And I don't really have a wedding schedule, but I'll just choose this advanced schedule. And I can say that is occurring on the 24th. Okay, and I'm going to confirm booking. And you'll see now that we have the daily event every day, except for the day that we removed it and we replaced it with the wedding event. So it's pretty simple. Now we can also set up other recurring events. Let's say that we want to set up a recurring event for Sundays. So we'll call this maybe normal Sunday. And I can do my morning call to worship. And in this case, I want it to happen every Sunday. And again, just continue on forever. So now on Sundays, I have normal Sunday schedule. Now, once you make a change to the calendar, it's going to load that change up immediately. Now, just to tease you on some of the more advanced features, we'll look over at the week. And if I go to the week that we started, you can see here that the week view shows us a summary. Let's mute that. It shows us a summary of the event at the top of the display, and in the bottom it shows actually the span of the schedule. So you can see that the schedule runs from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. From this view, you can also tell whether or not the schedule is a recurring schedule by the icon here. This repeat icon tells us that it's a recurring schedule. If I hover over my info, then I'll get more detail about exactly what's on that day. Okay, so that completes this session, the first session. We'll go into the second session where we'll teach you how to edit your schedules, and we'll also show you how you can overlap schedules to create something more unique. If you have any other questions, feel free to join into our community at community.eCarillon.com.